Good morning, race fans. It is time to get you caught up on the world of motorsports with the Monday Morning Race Review. A couple of big things happening here in the state of Iowa to get you up to speed on, so to speak. And the first one took place up in Marshalltown as the World Nationals were upon us this weekend. Look at that, $10,000 to win the big show. And of course, the big show we're talking about is the modified race. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the modified race here. The 19, that is Richie Gustin. They call him G-Money. That is his nickname he's had for a while, because whenever there's big money on the line, Gustin just steps up, and boy, did he do it again this time around. You see a restart here, and that he was the guy to beat for the entire race. And once he gets hooked up, watch him take off here. Boom. Just grabs the track, and he is gone. Final couple of circuits around here over at the Marshalltown Speedway, and you see them knocking on the door. That is Jordan Grabowski and Caden Carter. They're right there, but look at it's like second, third, fourth, fifth. Everybody is right in a pack behind him. But again, G-Money is checking out as he sees that $10,000 check dangling from the start-finish line, and he crosses the start-finish line first. Boom, he has that check. So congratulations to Richie Gustin winning in Marshalltown Speedway at the World Nationals. Here's some of the other divisions that were running there too. Hobby stock division, Dylan Nelson took home a decent paycheck as well. Jared Van Dies, also another great paycheck for him. And Damon Murdy, what can you say about Murdy? He has just been on fire. The big shows come up, and Murdy takes it to everyone. Murdy winning in the stock car division. So a whole bunch of money passed out. They started this all these events went on Thursday night with some practices and things like that, ran through Friday, and then concluded everything on Saturday evening. Even Kenny Wallace came over, and he was participating in this event as well, and so everyone had a good time all the way around. So great job out of everybody at the World Nationals this weekend. So while that was going on, there was another event that was going on over in Knoxville, and that one also started on Thursday with qualifying on Thursday, ran through Friday, and then concluded on Saturday evening for the big show here. We're talking 40 grand up for grabs for the Nationals in the late model divisions. You said, I thought Nationals were over. Well, Brandon Shepard in the ones, a couple of ones you're going to see here, leads to turn the pack into turn number one, followed by Earl Pearson. He's in the other number one, and these guys went at it for a while. As you can see, Pearson nudging by Shepard at the end of lap number one. So it's at 1-1 up on the scoreboard here on lap number 8. Shepard gets back by Peterson for the top spot, but look at this guy here. That is the 20 of Jimmy Owens. He is from Newport, Tennessee. Now, he has led this event 5 different times in the past, but has never crossed the stripe first. Well, that was until Saturday night, as he did take home the victory here. Jimmy Owens wins at Knoxville, again cruises for his first ever Knoxville Nationals Late Model National Championship. So congratulations to him. Again, really enjoying the spoils of his victory. There it is. What a great shot there. Thank you so much. Now take a look at the rest of the results here. You might recognize some familiar names here. Donald Neal from Indiana, also Josh Richards from West Virginia was there. Bloomquist was there, folks, from Tennessee, so that's kind of cool. Brian Shirley from Illinois was on hand too. Also Burkhofer from Muscatine, Iowa. He was in the event as well. He ended up finishing 30 before the race was over. So those are the results from the Knoxville Raceway. And again, Marshalltown got wrapped up this weekend. Knoxville, that pretty much puts everything to bed for the rest of the year there too. So everything starting to hunker down as the cooler weather does approach us. Now the ARCA Series also had a chance to run over the weekend. The Kentuckiana Ford Dealers Fall Classic 200, and here are the results of that, as we had Chandler Smith taking home the victory there. Gus Dean finished in second. Chase Purdy, Sheldon Creed, and Travis Braden finishing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Harrison Burton, a guy you've met on this program, finished in 6th place here. Natalie Decker, great strong run out of her, finished in 8th place. Will Kimmel, top 10 finish for him. So good job out of Will Kimmel over in Salem, Indiana. So there you have it. Now the Truck Series race, this was everything happening in Las Vegas. This was the World of Westgate Las Vegas 200, and we're going to show you the results because the highlights are just too heartbreaking, because Brett Mott Moffitt was in position again to win this race. He was about ready to get the white flag and finish up the victory, and he was just dominant toward the end of this race, but a crash put an end to that. When they went to restart the race, Moffitt ran out of gas as they waved the green flag for the final time. Grant Enfinger, who you've seen here at Iowa Speedway, he ended up taking home the victory. He probably would have finished second to Brett Moffitt if that would not have happened to Brett. Johnny Sauter, strong, man. He is very strong. You met Johnny on this program as well. He finished in second place. Justin Haley finished in third. Matt Crafton had to start at the tail of the field, and by, I think it was like lap 10 or 12, he was in the top 10 or 12. So it was a great run out of Matt Crafton, who really has turned things around here. So that's the way the Camping World Truck Series finished off. Now, the Xfinity Series also had a chance to run at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, the DC Solar Las Vegas 300, and here are the results from that event. Ross Chastain, who was heartbroken in his previous run in that number 42 car. Remember, he got together with Kevin Harvick and ended up taking him out of the race while he was leading the event. He didn't let that stop him this time. Chastain wins. He's the watermelon guy, folks. If you have a watermelon at your grocery store, chances are really good his family had something to do with that, and I'm not making that up. So congratulations to Ross Chastain. Justin Allgaier finished in second place. Cole Custer third. Christopher Bell, 2 L's in Bell, of course. And then Elliott Sadler finishing in fifth place in there. A couple of Iowans you see there, Landon Castle and Joey Gase finishing in 14th and 15th place respectively. Mike Lynette did not have a good day at all. He got turned early part of the race, ended up in the grass, kind of destroyed his chances. So a night, and that brought up the tail end of the field. But with this race done, that means they were able to crown a champion for the regular season, because remember, they have the playoffs now in NASCAR racing. Trucks are already in the playoffs. Well, now after this race, the Xfinity Series will be in the playoffs, but you still get a cool trophy if you win the regular season championship, as our buddy Justin Allgaier did. But here are the players, okay? These are the people that will be in the playoffs for the Xfinity Series. It's Elliott Sadler, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Reed, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Matt Tifft, Ryan Truex, Daniel Hemrick, who you met here on this program just a couple of weeks ago, Tyler Reddick, Brandon Jones, and the guy you've seen at Knoxville a bazillion times, Christopher Bell. All those folks going for the championship in the Xfinity Series. Now, the Cup Series also had a chance to race. This was the inaugural event for this Cup Series race. They call this the fall, even though it's late summer. They call this the fall race, the first time that this race and this track is in the playoffs. The South Point 400, there's Jimmy Johnson, and there is Brad Keselowski, all getting ready to go. Brad trying to get 3 wins in a row. You get Harvick, he's getting all geared up. Clint Bowyer's all ready to rock and roll. And there's A.J. Allmendinger, he's ready to rock and roll. But Eric Jones was on the pole for this race, so he gets a great start here. And this race really was determined by the restarts. And here is a green-white checker finish on this. Went into overtime. Brad Keselowski was out in front, and this really is nowhere near how close the race really was. But the close finish at second place with Kyle Larson sneaking by Martin Truex Jr. to snag second place. That was a big story too. But even bigger story is this guy here. Brad Keselowski wins 3 races in a row. If you would have bet on him doing that in Las Vegas, if you would have bet $2, you probably, I think they said you would have taken home about 150 grand. Those were the odds of him finishing first place for 3 times in a row. But as importantly, you can see the hats that those guys are wearing right there. That is Joey Logano. Also, you have Ryan Blaney in the middle, and then Brad Keselowski. They all have hats that say 500 on them because the owner of their team, Roger Penske, that was his 500th victory in professional motorsports. And Keselowski got the last 4 of them, believe it or not. So there you have it. Brad Keselowski wins and punches his ticket into the next round. Larson second, Truex finished in third, Joey Logano fourth, Ryan Blaney, good run out of him, finished in 5th place. There's a Landon Castle, you see where he finished, but not a good day for Jimmy Johnson, Chase Elliott, Kevin Harvick, and Eric Jones. Look at Kevin Harvick and Eric Jones. The guy who started on the pole finished last, Eric Jones. So that's the way the Cup Series finish there. Well, while this race was in delay at the end of the event, they had a red flag situation before the green-white checker finish. They kept going over to another race that was going on because a pretty big deal was happening in the IndyCar Series, their final event of the year, and this was in Sonoma in California, as a champion was going to be determined. They got the race in, and folks, here we go. Ryan Hunter-Reay, who you met on this show, ends up winning the event. Congratulations to him. But all eyes were on who was going to take home the championship, and that championship went to the guy who finished in second place. Scott Dixon does do that, and here is Scott Dixon's celebration afterwards. Little trophy they give him there, but what a nice guy, and an accomplishment that not too many people have done before. He has won this championship 5 times. So congratulations, Scott Dixon is your 28th IndyCar champion. There you have it. There he is, hoisting the trophy high overhead. And that is your Monday morning race review. We'll be right back. This is CW Iowa Live.